Ready? Ready. Vandeham Shri Gurum Shri Utapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitamscha Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Radhikaye Priyatmane Shri Shamar Bhaktivedanta Narayaniti Namine Shri Krishna Lila Katane Sudaksham Adorya Madorya Gunaishcha Yuktam Varam Varenyam Purusham Mahantam Narayanam Tvam Shirasa Namami Namo Vishnu Padaya Shri Keshava Priyatmane Shri Shamar Bhaktivedanta Vamaniti Namine Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namo Vishnu Padaya Acharya Singharupine Shishamar Bhakti Pragyana Keshava Iti Namine Ati Martya Taritraya Svashitanam Chapaline Jivaduke Sarartaya Shinama Premadayine Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Namine Shiva Shabanavi Devi Doitaya Kripabdaye Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Daine Prabhave Namaha Madhurya Ujvala Premadya Shirupanuga Bhaktida Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Dinatarine Rupanuga Vidudhapa Siddhanta Dvanta Harine Namo Gaurishoraya Sakshar Vairagya Murtaye Vipralambara Sambodhe Parambujayate Namaha Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Sachirananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanuga Varayate Gaura Virbhava Bhumestvam Nirdesta Sajana Priya Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Shri Jagannatha Te Namah Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhaevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvishe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Jayatam Surator Pangor Mama Manda Matergati Matsarvasva Parambojo Shirada Madana Mohano Divya Dvindaranya Kopajumada Shrimad Nagara Simhasanasto Shishirada Shilagovinda Devo Prishtalibi Sevyo Manosmarami Shimahan Rasarasarambi Vamshi Batata Tashtita Karshan Venusvaner Gopir Gopinata Shristuna Brindavi Tulas Devai Priyai Keshavasacha Krishna Bhakti Prade Devi Satyavatai Namo Namaha Panchatattvamakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri नामस्त्रस्तं मनुपि सचिपुत्रं अचास्वरूपं रूपं तस्य अग्रजं रूपुरीं मातुरीं गोष्ठवाटीं राधकुन्दं गिरिवरमहो राधिकामाधवाशं प्राप्तो यस्य प्रतितकृपया श्रीगुरुं तं नतोऽस्मि नमस्ते गुरुदेवाय सर्वसिद्धिप्रदायिने सर्वमङ्गलरूपाय सर्वानन्दविदायिने हे Shri Guru Gyananda Dina Bandhu Swananda Datta Karunaika Sindhu Vrindavani Shahitavara Vrindavana Shinahita Vardara Prasidarada Pranaya Prachara Trayasvabho Jagannatha Guru Samsaravahinina Dagdam Mam Kaladastam Cha Tvamaham Sharanam Gata Radha Sanmukha Sangsaktim Saki Sangha Nivasanim Tamaham Satatam Vande Guru Rupam Param Sakim Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swaparantikam Adadana Strinam Dante Adadana Adada Adadana Strinam Dan Adadana Strina hold on please Adad Adadana Dante Idam Yache Puna Puna Srimad Rupa Paramboja Dulisham Janma Janmani Vairagayug Bhakti Rasam Prayatner Apayanma Manabipshamandam Kripam Buddhiriya Paraduka Duki Sanatana Stam Prabhum Ashrayami Anarpita Charim Chirat Karuna Avatirna Kalo Samarpaitam Munutaj Valarasa Swabhakti Shriyam Hari Purata Sundara Duti Kadamba Sandi Pita Sada Hridai Kandare Spuratuva Sachinandanam Samsara Duka Jalado Patitasya Samsara Duka Jalado Patitasya Kama Krodharinakramakarai Kavali Kritasya Durvasana Nikatitasya Nirasharasya Chaitanya Chandra Mama Dehi Padavalabham Chaitanya Chandra Mama Hrit Kumudam Vikasya Hridayam Videhi Tana Bringarangai Kincha Parada Timiram Nibidam Viduya Padamritam Sadoya Paya Durgatam Me Sankarshana Karanato Yashayi Garbo Dashayi Chapayob Dashayi Sheshastra Yashamsha Kalasa Nitya Nandakya Rama Sharanam Mamastu Nityananda Namastubhyam Premananda Pradayine Kalo Kalmasanashaya Janava Pataye Namaha Ajanulambita Bujo Kanakavadato Sankirtanaika Pitaro Kamalaya Taksho Vishvambaro Dvijavaro Yugadharma Palo Vande Jagat Priyakaro Karunavataro Barhapirabiram Megamadutilakam Barhapidam Megamadutilakam Kundalakrantagandam Kanjaksham Kambukantam Smita Subhuga Mukam Swadare Naste Vunum Shamam Shantam Pitam Baraha Pitam Gandam Kanjaksham Kambu Kantam Smita Subhagamuk Nidare Nastavenum Shamam Shantam Tribangam Ravikara Vasanam Sitava Jayantya Vande Vrindavanastam Ivashatam Brahma Gopala Vesham Storiti Lakam Lalata Patale Vakshastara Stubam Nasagravara muktikam karatale venukare kankanam. Sarvange hari chandanam sulalitam kante chamuktavali. Gopastri parivestito vijayate gopala chudamani. Vamsinastasta chandram smitayutam matu. Yeah. Antim Bharhavatam Sapriyam Shvitatskam Udarakavstubam Tambaram Sundaram Gopinam Nayanot Palarchitadpram Gopasangavritam Govindam Kalavenuvadana Param Divyangapusham Bhaje. Hmm. Hmm. Which one? This one? Oh, wow. Hmm. Any verse. Wow. Yeah. Venuvadya Vinodine Radhara Sudapana Shaline Vanamaline Krishnaya Vasudevaya Haraye Paramatmane Pranata Klesha Nashaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Amala Kamala Kantim Nilavastram Sukeshim Shashadara Samavaktram Kanjakshim Manogyam Stana Yugakata Muktadam Tam Kishorim Prajapati Sutakantam Radhikam Ashrayaham Ha Devika Kubaragat Katayadya Vacha Yache Nipatya Bhuvidanda Varudbhatarti Asya Prasaram Abhurasya Janasya Kritva Gandharvike Nijagane Gananam Videhi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Kat Vrindavanadishe Radhe Vrindavanadishe Karunamrita Bahini Kripaya Nijapadabja Tasyam Mayam Pradiyatam Kanaka Jalado Nilashonabja Netro Mirgmada Varipalo Malati Kundamalo Tara Taruna Vesho Nilapitam Baresho Smaranibhrita Nikunje Radhika Krishna Chandra Anga Shamli Machatabirabito Mandi Kritendi Varam Chadyam Jagudarochi Samvidaratam Patam Barasya Shriyam Vrindaranya Vilasinam Hridilasat Damabhiramodaram Radhaskandani Veshitojvalabhujam Dhyayema Damodaram Damodaram. No, it's too fast. Sure. Mm. All of these. And English. I have a hard time remembering exactly the English, but I understand the Sanskrit word. But like when I'm thinking of the verse, I can't remember the English also. Like if I remember like Anga Shamalima Chatabir, I know he's sham colored limb. Oh, okay. Right. That's what you mean. No. Mm. Yeah. Yeah. That. Oh. Mm. 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 So I should learn every single verse for okay. Of these ones. of these prayers. Okay. Okay. Yeah, some. Navina Shri Bhaktim Navakanaka Gaura Krita Patim Navaranya Sheni Nava Pratavalitam Navina Shirada Harirasamayot Kirtana Vidim Navadvipam Vande Navakarunamadyam Navaruchim Jayati Jayati Vrinda Ranyametan Murare Priyatamam Nati Sudu Svanta Kuntavasat Ramayati Sasadaga Palayan Yatra Gopi Sfarita Madharavenu Vardayan Prema Rase. Mm. Wow. Oh, dang. Extra Tripperari, he'll iron your shirt. Yeah, for free. Completely, like, he loves to iron shirts. Or whatever you give him. He'll do it. Otherwise, if you hang dry. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Radeshakeli Prabhu Da Vinoda Vinyasa Vigyam Brajavanditangrim Kripaluta Kila Vishvavandyam Shri Purnamasim Shirasa Namami. Yeah. You need to know the verse, yeah. Oh, yeah. Wow. A different deity. Wow, nice. Nice, nice. Govardhan Jayati Shaila Kula Dirajo Yoga Pika Birudito Haridasa Varya Krishnena Shakra Makabhanga Kritarchitava Sapta Hamasya Kara Padmatale Piyavstit Saptaham Vachuta Hasta Pankaje Gare Anam Amulakandarai Samsevyamanam Harimatma Vrindakir Governadrim Shirasanamam Vrindavani Vinipate Jaya Soma Soma Mole Sanak Sanandan Sanatan Anadadedya Gopishvara Brijavilasa Yugangri Padme Premam Prayacha Nidupadi Namo Namaste Chidananda Bhanu Sadananda Suno Para Prema Patridravad Brahma Gatri Aganam Lavitri Jagatchema Datri Pavitri Kriyanno Vapurmita Putri. Wow. Wow. Gangari Tirtha Parisevita Para Padmam Goloka Sokya Rasapura Mahim Mahimna Aplavita Kila Sudha Sujalam Sukambdo Radha Mukunda Muditam Yamunam Namami. I've heard of it. Yeah. Mudayatra Brahma Trinanikara Gumadishuparam Sadakangshan Janmar Pita Vivida Karma Pianidam Kramadye Tatraiva Brajabhuvi Vasanti Priyajana Mayate Te Vandya Parama Vinaya Punya Kachita. Although Brahma is always busy carrying out his many weighty duties, including creating the material universe, still he longs to take birth in Vrindavan as a blade of grass, a shrub, or in any other species. With the utmost humility I worship each of the dear devotees who reside in that Vrindavan. They are all supremely worshipful and highly pious. Nice. Wow. Ciao. Oh, oh, we're not doing any crumb. Oh, really? Through that? I mean, we could just do Keshavastakam and whatever else. Whatever you want, like. Hmm. A few bhajans at least. A little bit. Ashraya Koriya Bando. Mosing. Page 30. Ashraya Koriya Bando. Page 30. Ashraya Koriya Bando. Shri Guru Charana. Jaha hoite mile bhai. Krishna Prema Dana. Jivera nistara lagi. Nanda Sutari Bhuvane Prakashapana Guru Rupadori Mahimaya Guru Krishna Ekakori Jano Guru Agya Hriday Sabha Satya Kori Mano Satya Gyane Guru Vakye Jara Vishvasa Avachatara Hoya Braja Bhume Vasa Jara Prati Guru Deva Hana Parasana Kono Vigne Se Nahi Hoya Basana Krishna Ruste Hole Guru Raki Bare Pare Guru Rusta Hole Krishna Raki bare nare Guru Mata Guru Pita Guru Anapati Guru Bina e sansare Nahi araga Guru ke manusya gyan na karo kakona Guru ninda kabu kane na karo shravana Guru nindu kera bhagya muk hribe Jata hoya guru ninda tata na jaibe Guru ravikraya jari dekao kakona Tata piya vagya nahi koro karachana Guru para parma rahe jare nishta bhakti Jagate tarite se dhare mahashakti Heno Guru para parma kara ho bandana Jaha hoite guche bai sakala janchana Guru para parmanya kore vandana Shire dori vande amitara charana Shri Guru charana parma hide kori asha Shri Guru vandana kore sanatana Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Guru Deva Guru Deva Jaya.
Okay, can everybody close your eyes for a second?
Huh.
Can anybody say what you just sang? Does anybody know the meaning of what you sang? Raise your hand. 1 out of 15. Okay, let's say the English.
Taking shelter of Sri Guru, please worship his lotus feet, by which, O brother, the wealth of prem for Sri Krishna is attained. To deliver the living entities, the son of Nanda Maharaj, Sri Hari, has manifested in the world by accepting the form of Sri Guru. Know that Guru and Krishna are one in their glories. Accept in your heart the order of Sri Guru as the complete truth. Whoever in true knowledge has faith in the words of Sri Guru certainly attains residence in Braj Bhumi. One with whom Sri Guru is pleased does not become wearied by any obstacle whatsoever. If Krishna becomes angry with you, then Guru can save you. But if Guru becomes angry, then even Krishna cannot save you. Guru is mother, Guru is father, and Guru is Lord and master. Without Sri Guru, there is no other shelter in this world. Never consider Sri Guru to be an ordinary human being, and never hear any criticism of him. Never look upon the face of one who criticizes Sri Guru. Do not go to any place where criticism of Sri Guru occurs. If you ever see apparently aberrant behavior in Sri Guru, still do not neglect him or her at any time. One whose devotion remains fixed at the lotus feet of Sri Guru holds great power to deliver the universe. Worship the lotus feet of such a Guru, O brother, as they destroy all suffering. I take upon my head in adoration the feet of one who always worships the lotus feet of Sri Guru, aspiring within the heart to attain Sri Guru's nice. Takora Vaishnava Pada 38. Takora Vaishnava Para Takora Vaishnava Para Avanira Susampara Shunobai Hoya Ekamana Ashraya Loya Bhaje Tare Krishna Nai Tyaje Ar Sabha Mare Akarana Vaishnava Charana Jala Prema Bhakti Dite Bala Arke no nae balavanta Vaishnava charana renu Mastake bhushana binu Aranai bhusanera anta Tirthaja pavitra gune likiyache purane Se sabha bhaktira pravanchana Vaishnavera pado daka Samane hiye sabha Jate hoya vanchita purana Vaishnava sangete mana Anandita yanukshana Sada hoya Krishna parasanga Dina narotama kande Hiya darya nahi bande Mora dosha keno lobanga Takura Vaishnava para vanira susampara Shuno bai hoye kamana Ashraya lohiya bhaje tare Krishna nahi tyaje Arasabe more akarana Jaya Vaishnav Thakur Jaya Vaishnav Thakur Vaishnav Thakur Jaya Vaishnav Thakur Jaya
Show of hands. You know what they just did? Okay, good. English.
The lotus feet of the Venerable Vaishnavas are the greatest treasure in the world. O brother, please listen with rapt attention. Sri Krishna never forsakes one who, having taken shelter of the Vaishnavas, lovingly worships him. All others perish without purpose. There is nothing more powerful than water that has washed the lotus feet of a Vaishnav to give the strength to attain prema bhakti. There is no greater ornament than the dust of the lotus feet of a Vaishnav to serve as the ornament for one's head. The purifying qualities of water from holy places are written in the Puranas, but all this cheats one of the wealth of bhakti. Actually, the water from holy places is not as purifying as the water that has washed the lotus feet of Vaishnavas, by which one's desires are fulfilled. The heart feels joyful at every moment in the company of Vaishnavas, where topics of Krishna are always discussed. With a restless heart, Narottam Das Thakur cries, "Why have I been torn from their association?"
Yeah.
Maybe
Came later.
different book.
Do you want the regular one?
No, I was just noticing like the way they write it is like different.
Even the page numbers.
It's like a different person translated it.
That's exactly.
You want to listen? Oh, okay. The Sanskrit's still the same.
Yeah.
Page 64. You want to sing?
Did you finish everybody yesterday?
Yes. We read the sweetest chapter when Srila Bhakti Goswami read that. It was very heavy. Like very nectar.
Where is that written?
And sweet, sweeter, sweetest.
Can you send that to me? My
Yeah,
phone?
you have to use it. You have to read it.
Jaya Jaya Nityananda Rohini Kumar Jaya Jaya Nityananda Rohini Kumar Patita Udara Lagi Bahu Pasar Patita Udara Lagi Bahu Pasar Gada Gada Madura Madura Adobola Gada Gada Jara dekhe tare preme dori deya kola Tagamagalochana Guraya Nirantara Sonara Kamale Jeno Piraye Brahmara Dayara Takura Nitaye Paradukha Jane Hari Namer Mala Gati Dilo Jaga Jane Papi Pasandi Jato Korilo Dalana Dina Hina Jane Koila Prema Bitarana Ahare Gauranga Boli Pade Bhumitale Sharira Bijilo Nitanayane Rajale Vrindavana Dasamane Vicharilo Dharani Upare Kiba Sumero Podilo Jaya Nityananda Ram, Nityananda Ram, Nityananda Ram, Jaya Nityananda Ram. Tagora Haribo, 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 Nitagor Haribo. Translation. All glories to Sri Nityananda Prabhu, the son of Rohini. To deliver the fallen souls, he extends his two arms. With a choked voice, he stammers sweetly. Whomever he sees, he lovingly embraces. Overflowing with prema, his eyes always roll about restlessly, looking like bumblebees hovering over a golden lotus. The merciful Lord Srinitai knows the sufferings of others. He has strung together a garland of the holy names which he has bestowed upon the people of this world. He has subdued the sinners and the atheists, but he has distributed prema to the poor and the lowly. Calling out, "Alas, O Gauranga," he falls to the earth. Nitai's whole body becomes soaked with tears from his eyes. Within his heart, Vrindavan Das considers Sri Nityananda Prabhu to be like Mount Sumeru falling upon the earth.
Any? Something we don't usually sing. Yeah.
It's page 78. Can this be done in the morning too? I'll just. Gauranga tumi more daya nachari ho. Apana kariya ranga charane rakhi ho. Tomar charana rakhi sabate yaginu
lagi. Sitala charana paya sharana lainu. Down. Up. Hekure kure umui tilu tilanjali. Raki hok charande more apnara bori. Vasugam to me more dayana chari ho. Apana Goriya Ranga Charane Rakhi ho. Vasudeva Gosha Bole Charane Doriya. Kripa koni rako more parachaya diya. Goranga to me more doya nachati ho. Giant Goranga, Giant Nita Goranga, Nita Goranga, Jaya Gora Hari. Jaya Sachinandan Jaya Gora Hari. Sachinandan Jaya Gora Hari. O Gauranga, do not fail to bestow your mercy upon me. Making me your own, keep me close to the reddish soles of your lotus feet. For your lotus feet, I have renounced everything. Upon attaining those cooling lotus feet, I have taken shelter of them. Regardless of the family I belong to, I have abandoned them completely. Keep me at your lotus feet and call me your own. Grasping your lotus feet, Vasudev Ghosh prays, kindly keep me here, forever giving me the shade of your feet.
Now what? Krishna. Next. Keshavastakam. Oh, so
We're slightly limited on time because
what time did she start? 9:20.
9:20, yeah.
Right? So we just go to 9:15.
Yeah. Yeah. The ashtakams can take us a while. Like the ashtakam in English can take us a while, and then
Yeah, that's it. End with Keshavastakam then.
no Radha?
Well, we don't want to go over time. Let's see how much time it takes.
Okay.
Okay, so
Or you have to just do it, and then yeah, just keep talking about it.
where's the book? I mean, where's that other book?
It's in 303. I'm getting it right now. Keshavastika's 323 in Southern.
Yeah, yours.
If not, you can pull it up on your phone machine.
That's a nice number. Okay, here we are.
Nava. Is everyone ready? No.
Is it in that one?
No.
I don't. It's Brahmacharya in that.
Pondit. Nava Priyakamaschari Rachita Kanapura Shriyam Vinindra Taramalati Kalita Shakareno Jvalam Darocha Visayutika Gratitava Guvaikakshaka Praje Vijainam Bhaje Vipinadeshata Keshavam Pisangi Maniksastani Pranata Shingi Pinge Kshane Mridanga Mukhi Dumale Sabaliham Shivam Si Priye Iti Swasurabi Kulam Taralamaya Vyantam Muda Bhaje Vijainam Bhaje Vipinadeshata Keshavam Gana Pranaya Maduran Maduranarma Goshti Kala Vilasa Nilayan Milad Vivida Vesha Vidyotina Sakina Kila Sharaya Patishuha Shayantam Gira Braje Vijainam Braje Vipinadeshata Keshavam Shramambhukanika Vali Daraigantaram Samudagiri Dhatuvir Likita Charupatrakuram Udascharali Mandali Duti Vidam Vivakralakam Braje Vijainam Braje Vipinadeshata Keshavam Nibadana Vutaraka Vali Vilokanyatantaga Tavira Pushtale Alagubir Bhuvam Bindatim Kalena Davala Gandam Lagunivartayantam Puro Braje Vijainam Braje Vipinadeshata Keshavam Padanka Tatibiviram Virachayantamadvashriyam Chalatarali Aichiki Nichaya Duli Dimrashrajam Marula Harichashrali Krita Dukula Chudaschala Braje Vijainam Braje Vipinadeshata Keshavam Vilasa Murali Kala Davani Virulasyan Sana Shanarakila Balavi Pulakayantamantagrihe Muhurvidaratam Ridi Pramuditam Chagosteshwari Braje Vijayinam Bhaje Vipinadeshata Keshavam Upetyapati Sundari Tatir Virabhyachitam Smitan Kurakaram Te Natarapanga Pangishata Sanastabakashashkaran Nayana Chascharyankashalan Devi Jainam Bhaje Vipinadeshata Keshavam Dam Nikila Balavi Kula Mahotsavala Kamena Kilaya Puma Patati Shustupadyastakam Tamujvalariyam Sada Nijapadaravinda Dvaye Yivratim Dadarashtralayam Sukayatad Vishokasakam Braje Vijayinam Bhaje Vipinadeshata Keshavam Braje Vijayinam Bhaje Vipinadeshata Keshavam Jaya Keshavadev Jaya Keshavadev Keshavadev Jaya Keshavadev Jaya Keshavadev Jaya Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Gopinana Baba Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Jivana Yashodanandana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Jivana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Kunja Bihari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Kunja Bihari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Radha Ramana Bihari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Radha Ramana Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Radha Madhava Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Radha Ramana Giridhari Giridhari Shama Vanamali Mero Radha Ramana Radha Ramana Giridhari, Giridhari Shama Vanamari, Radha Ramana Giridhari, Giridhari Shama Vanamali. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Haribo, 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 Haribo,
Translation.
I worship Keshav, who returns from the forest of Braj with his ears beautified with earrings made of fresh kadamba buds, whose crown is brightened by blooming malati flowers, and around whose neck a wreath of slightly blooming utica flowers is wound. I worship Keshav, who returns from the forest of Braj, joyfully wandering amongst his Surabi cows, calling them by name, Pisangi, Manikastani, Pranatashringi, Pingekshane, Mridangamukhi, Dhumale, Sabali, Hamsi, Vamshi Priye. I worship Keshav, who returns from the forest of Braj. He is softened by deep love, enjoys sweet joking conversations, and he is the abode of all playful enjoyments. He shines in many different dresses and laughs at the best jokes that his friends make along the way. I worship Keshav, who returns from the forest of Braj. The leaves that were painted on his cheeks with mountain minerals are slightly washed away by drops of perspiration, and his curly locks defeat the luster of a cluster of bees. I worship Keshav, who returns from the forest of Braj. The cows that eagerly look at their bound-up calves deeply carve the soil with their dancing hooves, and he withholds them with the soft playing of his flute. I worship Keshav, who returns from the forest of Braj, beautifying the roads with his footprints, whose garland is made gray by the dust thrown up by his herd of restless cows, and whose cloth, scarf, and crown are moving along with the waves of the blowing wind. I worship Keshav, who returns from the forest of Braj, where he gladdened the minds of all the cowherd girls at once with the playful and artful tunes of his Murali flute, which causes them to hirpilate of ecstasy within their inner quarters, and who constantly gives joy to the heart of the queen of Braj, Yashoda. I worship Keshav, who returns from the forest of Braj, being worshipped by hundreds of dancing, playful glances, and beautiful smiles of the beautiful girls on the road, in the corners of whose bee-like eyes move restlessly around their bud-like breasts. To anyone who nicely recites these 8 prayers, that are a festival of bliss for all the all of the cowherd girls, the friend of Vishaka, Sri Krishna, will give firmly fixed attraction to his lotus feet. Such a pure-minded soul will attain all happiness. Jai Shri Keshavastakam ki jai, Shri Rupa Goswami ki jai.
It's Murali, not Murali.
Murali?
Murali.
Murali.
Yeah. It's
Murali.
Murali.
Murali. Murali.
Does a cowherd girl and a gopi the same thing?
Okay, so Haridas, you want to introduce
So, Manjari is going to be presenting. Right now, this is not Manjari. Manjari is there. Somebody else presenting right now. Actually, I want to get the sound set up. So, but it looks like a lot of people have already joined. Like a lot of our people have joined. Manjari is there, Mandali is there, Shamali and Shamarupa are there. Rag is there, Karuna Mai is there. Some of these other people, these other names look like our people. So, Manjari and Premananda Vilas have been very hard at work on a paper on Guru Devi's art. And they are presenting it today at Harvard University. And so they were accepted into the Art and Spirituality Conference. And in just a moment, probably within like 5 minutes, Manjari will be presenting the paper for at the conference. And so we are going to be hearing from Manjari about Didi's art. I'm just going to figure out who's connected right now to the Wi-Fi, to the Bluetooth. Let's see, it might be me. Probably the temple phone.
Anybody who wants paper, and you can get a pen to take notes, because you're distributing the art, talking about it. But she does this thing so well. Like, I'm going to take notes and see the wording that she uses. If anybody wants paper, I have.
I brought some paper too, and I encouraged anyway. Okay, just figuring out this set. I don't know why it's still coming out of the phone. Also, just for what Guru Dev was saying, it's extremely important to take notes. Everybody here, if you don't have a notebook, do you like taking notes on your phone? Okay. Does anybody here need like a notebook or a laptop? Okay. I did. I brought some in. Where did they go? I did. Where did they? Where's the second one? Okay, audible. And let's see. I don't see why the sound is still coming through here. It says it's connected. Tirtipad, can you figure out why? Oh, you're not Tirtipad. You're Kadakuja. Oh, Nanamoy is on. Krishnamaya is on.
Can you turn that light off? And close this as well.
Well, the audio options are only speaker, iPhone, or AirPods. Two. That's the mute.
You want it on this?
No, I've connected it to Bluetooth. The Bluetooth's on. Bluetooth's on and it's connected to Bluetooth here. Still just doesn't.
Maybe disconnected from any other Bluetooth device. It's probably not connected to anything.
It is.
It is?
Hmm? Yeah, turned off Bluetooth. It's definitely connected.
Try it again.
Wait, why did this? Why can't we see it on?
Maybe
Imagine how this movement creates tensions between the very traditional candomblé practitioners and especially younger generations. And oh, the slide has gone mad. Oh yeah, there's a video. Can you see the video? No. No. There is like a little piece. Oh yeah, there's been a problem. Well, it doesn't matter. The video showed. I'll just describe it to you. The video showed an event, a public event, Imanja celebration, organized by Babazinho, in which different candomblé temples came to with their own mascot.
It's called like Party Box.
Sustainable one, and others are resisting putting some baroque and plastic elements. Yeah, and the Babazinho tries to not to be too judgmental.
Might be a
But
Zoom thing.
of course, there are some sort of conflict happening.
But see, it's like
The
it's connected.
mediated by this type of material the different participants of this event. So disputes of power also reenacted through these material offerings. So, but it was a big event, and everyone
For what it's worth,
was
this isn't Manjari yet. We're just still trying to figure it out.
presenting their own
It's a random person right now.
present and basket, and at the end of the day, they brought all the offerings through a procession to the beach, and it was all organized with the second intent of raising issues,
Right.
raising awareness
No,
on
not that.
environmental issues and climate change.
Well, no, I'm just looking if there is.
Right.
If not, we just.
So actually nowadays in the most
Now it doesn't even have a sketch.
beaches in which the
Alright, well.
candomblé offerings are delivered, especially on the 2nd of February, which is the day of Yemanja, are actually made with just flowers and
For anybody watching online the live stream, it should be starting in Manjari should be starting at 9:25. The first one started at 9:05, so it should be within the next 2 or 3 minutes.
how much of sustainable, biodegradable something perceived as dirt. So just to sum up, this about these tensions.
Oh wait, dude, try dialing.
Yeah. Join audio dial.
See. Oh,
Which one? What is this?
I don't know. I was thinking maybe getting to Wi-Fi.
Pick a number to dial. Call me. What's your number?
954
954
299
299
77
77
89.
89.
And then I gotta try them. Can we go back? 'Cause she's gonna be starting very soon.
Yeah. Let's just join how we know. Oh, it worked. It's now on this. Yeah, it connected to this, but it won't do Bluetooth. It's just doing it to this.
It actually fits a market, a gentrified audience, which is normally the kind of audience
The phone itself is better.
who would.
No, the phone is good. Wait. Turn that up, maybe.
I think she's muted. Yeah, I think maybe they just ended her. No, she's still there.
Wait.
and the entrepreneurial ethos of wanting to sell and make those available to as many people as possible. So this was me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Giovanna.
Okay, thank you, Giovanna. That was wonderful. So what we're going to do, because we did start a little bit late, I think we'll allocate about 5 minutes for questions to Giovanna, and then we'll start with the next presenter. So if you have questions in your remote, please put them in the chat box. And Eleonora, I'll let you take those. First of all, I'll open it up to the audience here in the room. If anyone has a question, can you come up to the mic and ask your question so that everyone can hear you? And introduce yourself and where you're from.
Good morning. My name is Sneha Rao. I'm from the Hindu University of America. My question would be, as someone who deals with deity worship a lot and researches, there's a tension often between tradition and the new environmental concerns across a lot of communities, including the Hindu community. One thing that gets lost, I see often, is the reason or purpose for why that deity is worshipped in a certain way. I would be curious to understand what is the traditionalist or the elder concern around the newer forms of worship that are seen in the through the environmental concerns.
Shall I answer right away? So I think the most urgent concern is not really a practical one, but it's a symbolic one. It's really related to power and to authority rather than to the actual material. So of course, like as you know, like in Hindu traditions, there are 1 million ways of performing the same rituals and same offerings, and this keeps changing over time. And of course, this becomes also sometimes like crystallized and false, stuck in time, and that becomes tradition, and of course it keeps changing all the time. But I think that the most the most urgent tension I can see is like a younger the problem is a younger priest taking the lead and changing completely the aesthetic of an offering, while so somehow stripping away the authority of elders. So I think it's not a material concern per se, but it's a power and symbolic concern.
Okay, thank you, Giovanna. So, Eleonora, do we have anyone online with some questions? We have time for one more question.
Yeah, but no, we don't have any questions here.
Okay, if we don't have any more questions, hold on. We do have a question. No, you're asking the question. Sorry, thank you. I can't read without my glasses. Okay, so we will end, and we thank you, Giovanna, for your wonderful presentation. Let's give her a round of applause. Thank you. Okay, so we are now going to, hold on, sorry. We are going to turn the time over to Abir Shah. He will introduce our next speakers and our next presentation. So if you want to come up.
Thank you so much, Susie. It is an honor and a pleasure to introduce a friend whom we got to work together a little bit a couple of years ago, trying to create an idea for a museum in Miami called the Sacred Vedic Arts Museum. And so do this with so much enthusiasm and so much support of Manjari. And Manjari is a teacher, kirtan singer, and artist dedicated to creating transformative experiences through sacred sound. Raised in the Gaudiya Vaishnav tradition and apprenticed under Shyamarani Dasi, she holds an MFA in illustration from Syracuse University. She's based in India, but she travels globally to share bhakti arts and teachings. Please join me in welcoming Manjari Dasi.
Susie, I guess I just share the slideshow.
Well, we're gonna share just with because we're
Can you remove that keyboard? Thanks. Yeah, turn it around.
She went to New York for this? Boston.
This is at Harvard University.
Okay. I thought Harvard was in New York for some reason.
Let me know when we're good. All good? And oh, okay. Thank you. Good morning. Thank you so much for this opportunity to honor my gurus and my mentor, Srimati Shamarani Dasi, and to offer a few words of appreciation for the exquisite devotional art that they have manifested. So, Srimati Shamarani Dasi is a revered spiritual teacher and one of the few female gurus in her lineage. She's renowned internationally for her exquisite devotional paintings, and she has inspired generations of bhakti practitioners and art lovers alike. Her journey began in 1966 at age 19 when she met His Divine Grace, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, in Tompkins Square Park in New York City. At that time, she was just a sophomore at City College of New York, studying art and history, spending her days in beatnik cafes, experimenting with psychedelics, protesting the war in Vietnam, and standard fare of youth at the time. But within weeks of meeting Srila Prabhupada, she received initiation and her life quickly evolved into a whirlwind of devotional service and sacred art. As one of Srila Prabhupada's earliest disciples and later a devoted student of his close associate and friend, Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, Shamarani Didi has created a portfolio of over 300 devotional artworks spanning the past 6 decades, touching the lives of millions around the world. Her contributions have been honored by leading figures in India for their profound influence on the nation's cultural and spiritual heritage. She's also the founder of the Sacred Vedic Arts Temple and Cultural Center in Miami, Florida, where she's currently based. And this is her with her other Shiksha Guru. So, since 2001, when my beloved Gurudev, Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, pictured here, placed me in her care, I've had the great fortune of serving and apprenticing with her, assisting in creating more than 40 devotional artworks, murals, altarpieces, line art, and canvas paintings for publication. And by the way, Didi means elder sister, which is how I address her. So in today's talk, coming to our topic, which is from canvas to living color, ritual and sonic dimensions in the bhakti art of Shamarani Dasi. So we'll explore how Shamarani Didi's devotional paintings dissolve the boundaries between visual art, sacred sound, and ritual, and how her work reveals the central role of the supreme goddess, Sri Radha, within Gaudiya Vaishnavism. So, Bhakti art at its best, which as it's exemplified by the art of Shamarani Didi, is created as an offering of devotional service under the enlightened guidance of Vaishnava saints. And that's what gives its Shakti, or its power, to really awaken consciousness and touch people's hearts. At its core, this art form is about stimulating a transformation of consciousness, both within the artist and the viewers, and by passionately igniting the inner world of the soul. And this happens when the art, this is important, this happens when the art is an expression of various tattvas, rasas, and bhavs. That is, philosophical conclusions, transcendental tastes or mellows in relationship with the Supreme Lord, and corresponding spiritual ecstasies or bhavs that arise according to that particular unique relationship that's being awakened with the Lord in the heart of the viewer or the artist. So most of Shamrani Didi's work was created between 1966 and 1991 for the books of her spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada, like Bhagavad Gita as it is, Sri Ishopanishad, Srimad Bhagavatam, which is also known as Bhagavad Purana, and the Chaitanya Charitamrita. Drawing from India's vast Vedic literature, her paintings include accessible depictions of quite complex philosophical concepts: karma, reincarnation, the transmigration of the soul, Vedic cosmology, theology, and practice. In paintings like this one, Cycle of Birth and Death, and by the way, this is a topic for another day, but when I was 1 or 2 years old, I posed for the little baby in the diaper there, in the Cycle of Birth and Death. There you go. But that's for another day. So, Cycle of Birth and Death. Here we have Paramatma within the hearts of all living beings. This painting we also call the Sage Sees with Equal Vision. And Mahavishnu, seen here, inhaling and exhaling multiverses. Also, depictions of great kings, yogis, and saints. This is a Sanjay revealing the activities happening on the battlefield of Kurukshetra from Gita to Maharaj Dhritarashtra. Also various incarnations, avatars, like Nrsingadev and Bhakta Prahlad, who's the child prince who was a great Vaishnav saint as well, depicted there. Or great devotees like Hanuman, great devotee of Lord Sri Ram. But her most well-known and widely loved paintings are her enchanting depictions of the divine couple Sri Radha and Krishna. Most notably, her works like Venu Geet, which is depicted up here on the slideshow, and Seva Kunj, which is displayed here on the easel. So regardless of the subjects depicted, her art is a corollary to and an extension of the Sankirtan movement, inaugurated by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu some 500 years ago in West Bengal in India. And this is a painting of depicting that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the Sankirtan movement party behind him. So just as sound vibration in the kirtan awakens the soul, a painting created in service to that movement becomes a visual form of kirtan, echoing the same divine truths, but in the form of, through form and color. Shamrani's paintings embody a living theology where images are not static but dynamically engage practitioners in meditation, in worship, in community. Each step of the artistic process from creation to distribution and worship is infused with the sacred vibrations of mantra, which makes the art a tangible expression of divine sound. So because kirtan, which is singing or speaking the narrations about the Lord, Because it can awaken remembrance, inspire prayer, or deepen someone's surrender, because it can accompany worship, it naturally interweaves and amplifies any other devotional activity. So, although Shamrani has developed a systematic artistic process and technique, her compositions are essentially developed intuitively through her sadhana, which is her bhakti yoga practices. So once she receives the subject and the detailed descriptions from her guru or from the scriptures, the inspiration and the initial spark for the structure of a composition comes to her heart through those practices, and it's gradually revealed as the painting advances. Sometimes she's not even consciously aware of how the compositional harmony is happening until after the painting is completed. It's really because the divine energy is flowing through her brush. The paintings seem to have a life of their own. They manifest and are completed as and when they wish. Shamrani Didi always says, I am not the doer of the paintings, I'm just the instrument. My gurus are the manifestors and I'm just their paintbrush. Her works are so intimately linked to their literary sources that in many cases the mantras or the verses of poetry play an active role in dictating the rhythms, patterns, and melodic motifs of a painting. As she meditates on them, she sings them, or she listens as others sing or read them. So this is a clue as to why her artwork, viewers are greatly rewarded by multiple viewings and hours of contemplation of her artwork. Let's have a small taste before we move on of what I'm talking about here. Sri Venu Gita means the song of Sri Krishna's flute. This is chapter 21 of the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, comprised of 20 exquisite verses of Sanskrit poetry, which the gopis, who are cowherd girls, glorify the sound of Krishna's flute and the effect that it has on them. Not just them, but that vibration permeates the entire universe. As he enters the enchanting forest of Vrindavan in the beginning of the autumn season. So displayed here in the slideshow. Baraha pidam natavara vapuhu karnayo karnikaram bibhradvasa kanaka kapishang vaijayanting jamalam randhalvelo radhar sudhaya purayan gopa vrindayar Vrindaranyam swapadaramanam pravishad gita kirtihi. So this describes Krishna's beauty. My Gurudev would say in the whole 18,000 verses of the Srimad Bhagavatam, this shlok is the most beautiful description of Sri Krishna's beautiful transcendental form and the effect of his divine flute song. No time to go in details now, but to illustrate this intimate connection between sound, meditation, and this visual form, Shamrani Didi reflects in her book, The Art of Spiritual Life, quote, in 1976 in Vrindavan, India, when Srila Prabhupada was giving an informal class, he motioned to me, and he told the others present, in the beginning, she could not paint. But by the process of hearing and chanting and remembering Krishna, the talent came out. She says, that was his kindness. In fact, any success was totally by his mercy. So, 5 minutes. Thank you. Is that 5 minutes? So, in 1992, Shamrani Didi met Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, dear friend of her guru and a pure devotee of the Lord. He continued to guide her in her artistic and spiritual growth, and the paintings she did under his guidance, though fewer in number, represent a mature, deep dive into the same themes. Her move to India marked a shift in her focus from outreach, book distribution, teaching, to a deeper inward exploration of the more ecstatic moods of devotion revealed in the bhakti literature. This tonal shift is reflected in her artwork
as she immersed herself in her spiritual practice in the Holy Land of Vrindavan. So from this point onward, her artwork achieves an incredible lightness, both in color and feeling. This immersion in the mood of Vrindavan worship, what it means to worship the Lord in the mood of Vrindavan, is expressed in Chaitanya Charitamrita by the poet Kavi Krishna Das. I'll just read the English here. Lord Krishna thought, all the universe is filled with conceptions of my majesty, but love, weakened by a sense of majesty, does not satisfy me. If one regards me as the Supreme Lord and himself as subordinate, I do not become subservient to his love, nor can it control me. In whatever transcendental mellow my devotee worships me, I reciprocate with him. That is my natural behavior. And Srila Prabhupada comments here that this is the inherent nature of the Lord. He reveals himself to the devotees according to their devotional service. He says, in the Vrindavan pastimes demonstrated that although generally people worship God with reverence, the Lord is more pleased when a devotee thinks of him simply as his pet son, personal friend, or most dear fiancé, and renders service unto him with such natural affection. The Lord becomes a subordinate object of love in such transcendental relationships. So coming to this painting here, this intimate natural mood of worship where love transcends awe and reverence is fully expressed in this painting, Seva Kunj. So Seva, or let's start with Kunj. Kunj means a forest grove, and Seva means service. So Seva Kunj means is that most sacred forest bower in Vrindavan, where the Supreme Lord Krishna serves the lotus feet of his beloved Sri Radha. And what is the meaning of Radha? Aradhyate iti. Radha means she is the best example, the very embodiment of aradhana, or worship in love of God. That is the meaning of her name. Her name is Radha. So this painting is actually a pentaptic. There we go. This painting is actually a pentaptic, which is a set of 5, where the divine couple is flanked by 2 maidservants, or manjaris, on each side. They are installed on a temple altar in Vrindavan, India, and worshipped as deities with daily offerings, darshans, artik ceremonies, and services. And beneath the altar is a shloka, again coming to those literary sources from Sri Jayadev Goswami's Gita Govinda. Those of you who are familiar can relish and appreciate. Smaragara mama shirasi mandanam dehi Padapallavam Udaram. So this is Sri Krishna again praying for the service of his beloved Sri Radha. So Shamrani Didi explains the significance of this Seva Kunj painting and its connection to the teachings in her lineage. Srila Gurudev said that this painting is the mood of our entire lineage. Although Krishna is the supreme being, he is subordinate to his beloved associates, who love him more than their own lives. And since the Gaudiya scriptures confirm that Radharani's love of God is topmost, Krishna is the most subordinate to her. This capacity to be conquered by her love shows the highest glory, the highest feature of the Lord. So coming to the conclusion, wrapping it up, in Shamrani Didi's personal practice, shall I do that, or shall I move to her influence on my work? Her person.
Do that in Q&A. I think you should
end with her practice. So reflecting on her personal spiritual journey up to this point in 92 when she was painting this, Shamrani Didi recounts in her memoirs, The Art of Spiritual Life, twice, once in New Jersey in 1967 and another time, Prabhupada told me, when you go back to Godhead, you will be a servant of Radharani. She says, it wasn't my time to think further about that, though. It wasn't my time to even ask, what does that mean? But 25 years later in Vrindavan, the time had come to reflect more on Srila Prabhupada's words. With continued service and the expert guidance of her Shiksha Guru, she deepened her understanding and fully embraced and embodied these instructions of her Guru, especially through manifesting this painting, Seva Kunj and the Manjaris. And this really marked a turning point, not just for her,
but for all of us, for the world. It was finally time for these profound devotional thoughts to be shared with the world. It has been the treasured secret of the Vedic literatures and of the Gaudiyas until now, until manifested in this visual form. So, sharing a personal reflection from her, she says that once she included the maidservants of Radha in the painting, she says the painting came to life and zoomed towards completion. That was another significant experience for me. She says, it gave me something of a realization that it's only by the mercy and presence of the maidservants of Radharani that Radha and Krishna manifest. So this is the essence of our lineage of the Gaudiya Vaishnava philosophy. This is what Lord Chaitanya came to give, the service to Sri Radha. And this was his main contribution. And everything else he also gave, Varnashram Dharma and many other gifts, but those were subsidiary gifts. So I'll conclude here with a prayer from the book Vilap Kusumanjali, which I'm currently working on a new painting for. Excuse me. Padabjayostababina varadasyameva nanyat kadapi samaye kila deviyache sakhyayate mama namostu nityam dasyayate mama rasostu satyam. O Devi, Goddess, I have no desire other than for the topmost attainment of servitude to your lotus feet. I forever offer obeisance to the position of being your Sakhi or friend. May I remain firmly attached to being your maidservant. I speak this as a solemn vow, and that is my prayer today. Thank you. Jai Radhe. So what I didn't get to, and maybe
Yeah, we can do some Q&A.
Q&A.
Are there any questions in the room? I can start us off. I know in... Oh, sure, yeah. I want to thank you so much for that exquisite presentation. I know in the Western tradition, artists are looking to innovate and step beyond the previous generations. I know that experience is different in the Vaishnava tradition because of the focus on the role of the guru and continuing in their footsteps. You having been apprenticed to Shyamrani Didi, how has your work been informed by hers, and in what ways have you felt your own voice come through in it while retaining that sense of loyalty and faithfulness to her own style and method?
That's an excellent question. I'll try to answer succinctly. Regarding innovation, this is absolutely hand in hand with the art of the past, what we've been looking at 50, 60 years here of the modern contemporary Gaudiya Vaishnava movement. So innovation is what we've seen. That is the blending of traditional Western representational art and values in composition and value structure and so on with the ideals of Indian or Vedic beauty. So that, first of all, is a massive innovation and why this artwork is a huge landmark in so many ways. And then regarding, let's see, the screen share got shut off, but influence on my own work and expressing my own voice within the tradition. When I was developing the Gopi Gita, maybe Vasanti can put it back up on the screen. My Gurudev guided me in much in the same way that he guided Shyamrani Didi in the paintings that she would do. And once, when I brought it to him for feedback and guidance, he would sometimes indirectly give these kinds of indications. So after discussing my questions, he looked in the painting and sort of joking, he pointed and he said, there were so many gopis in this painting, Vasanti will put it on the screen, and he said, and where are you? He said, in the painting, pointing in the painting, and there were so many gopis. And I just smiled, and I could understand that was part of exactly what you're saying, that the artist should be entering into, and this comes to the title of the talk, From Canvas to Living Color, the artist necessarily must be entering into the eternal spiritual reality of the spiritual world depicted in the painting, and that yes, it does come through in the canvas, in the composition as well. He's sharing it there. This is Gopi Gita. After 8 years of apprenticing and serving with Shamrani Didi, this was the first solo canvas I did, and it was published in a book by the same name, Gopi Gita. Don't have so much time to go into it. I could tell one anecdote because you asked about Shamrani Didi's influence on me and my art. When I was working on this painting, coming towards the end of the painting, I had the moon originally in a different location because I thought that was the better composition. And for a few days, Shamrani Didi was just very gently, she would sit with me and guide and share her meditations and insights. And for a few days, she kept saying, you should move the moon over Radha. But I wasn't doing it because I liked it technically in the composition better somewhere else. Finally, she said one day, move the moon over Radha. So it will be more beautiful. And my Gurudev used to say that even if there are technical shortcomings in the painting, the beauty of an expression of the faces must be there. That's where the bhavs are really transmitted. So that was what was essential. And of course, she was right. As soon as I moved the moon, there it was, the anchor point of the whole composition started to dance and flow. You can see the wind is an invisible character in this painting. The whole thing started to dance with making Sri Radha the anchor point, the focus, the central celebratory focal point of the whole composition. So in that way, sharing her meditations like that. One more question, or I think we're done with our time, so we'll end there. Thank you. Thank you, Manjari. That was amazing. The singing, the art, and everything, the whole combination. Okay, we are going to turn our time over to the next speaker. Siva Kumar is the faculty and administrator at the medical campus of Amrita University of Kochi, South India. He is the course director for the institution's doctoral coursework
Let's give a hand to Manjari. Perfect words. Yes, let's share our takeaways. Can you speak into the micro? And then Manjari can hear also the takeaways. Takeaways, because it'll be on our live stream.
Anyone. Huh? No, anyone who wants to share their takeaways. I just mentioned it. I don't have any speakers.
Anybody want to share? Share with some emotional input.
Okay. I wanted to share that I thought it was a really interesting way that she said that the paintings are an extension of the Sankirtan movement. I feel like a part of me knew that, but I didn't know that in that way, that how I just thought of that as always just being preaching and doing kirtan and that, but that's all in the paintings. And I feel like it's such a beautiful, nice way to give people everything through the paintings. So that's one thing I really liked.
Manjari Didi did a really nice job, and I also agree with Sharda. That was one of my main takeaways, and I also liked that. Well, what I was thinking is Nama Rupa Guna Lila, and how she was talking about how the sonic mantra is informed in, like, it's in the painting, and the painting is like a manifestation of the sound vibration, and in its like final form, it's a visual representation of the Leela. And Guru Devi so mercifully painted all of these Leelas for the layman to just be able to quickly understand the essence of all the Vedic literatures. And I thought that was a cool insight into the mercy of what Guru Devi is doing.
Raghu, do you want to say anything?
Of course, we know that she did an excellent job. It was amazing to hear how she presented everything so so poetically and so agreeable and understandable by everyone, but also perfectly presented like the true representation of what's happening. You know, like even at the end, she mentioned like or at some point how there's the technical things, which is what everyone would have gone into, but she actually presented, you know, this is being born from sadhana, through the mercy of the Guru and Parampara, through Manjari Didi's bhajan. And that's why it's not just a mundane thing. You know, that's why it carries the potency of Mahaprabhu's Sankirtan mission. And so I thought she presented that so nicely. And it, for me, it makes me think, oh, yes, I can also present this like this if someone comes, you know, what are the technical aspects of this? And I can explain something about the sound vibration, and yeah, it was very well done.
For me, what I found most like amazing is how when she speaks about Guru Devi's process and the process of completely surrendering over so that something else can paint through her. I'd read about that in the Bhakti Art Illuminations book when Guru Devi speaks about Seva Kunj and how it manifested on the canvas, and how she describes it as this was, and sorry if I'm gonna get the words wrong, but the way that I've always rephrased it is that it was as though that she was painting better than she could actually personally paint, and that's how she could understand there was something divine painting through her. And hearing this from Manjari, like, really helps solidify and ground and understand, like, wow, like that it's lit, like divine realizations just manifest. I could manifesting themselves through her as the paintpress, as the instrument, and really inspired to just relish the conception, and also like, wow, like being able to live in that deep of a mode of surrender, to be used in that way is really inspiring.
Really amazing presentation by Manjari Didi. She like combined all the aspects of our philosophy in one presentation, even talking about how the paintings evolved from the time that Guru Devi was painting for Srila Prabhupada, and then the like awakening of, like, when that quote that Prabhupada said that you will be a servant of Radharani, and then realizing it 25 years later and doing these paintings as if witness to the moods and the leelas by Gurudev's mercy. So I really liked how she made that a prominent mood, that this is a bona fide Gaudiya Vaishnav, solid to scripture depiction, not a figment of imagination or random inspiration. And
Just a copy of a picture of Radha and Krishna that was that small on the cover of the Srimad Bhagavatam that Srila Prabhupada had brought from India just a few months earlier.
even though it was technically like a kindergarten picture, but Prabhupada was proudly, like a proud father, showing it around and said, this is nothing, he was telling some Indians that this is nothing that the artist made up, but it is coming from authoritative disciplic succession. So that made me want to go on, continue. And thanks so much, Manjari, it was fabulous. And thank you much for your words, Premananda Vilas, which was very superb as well.
In case they aren't on the live stream, do you want to say that here? I'm sending them Manjari a message right now. It's recording.
Okay, Manjari, the devotees here have given their input in tremendous, deep appreciation of your presentation. And so it was quite phenomenal, as was the introductions and questions by Prem Vilas Prabhu. Okay, Gaur Premanandi Hari Bol. Manjari Didi ki jai. Prasanti Didi ki jai. Premananda Vilas Prabhu ki jai. Gaur Premanandi Hari Bol.
Gurdevi ki
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Haribo, Haribo, Gaura Haribo, Nitai Gaura Haribo, Haribo, bo, 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 Haribo, Nitai Gaura Haribo, pom, 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 pom. Govinde Nama Brahmani Vaishnave Svapa Punyambatam Rajan Vishvaso Navajayate Sarida Vidya Jai. Like I said, Vidya Jai.